Welcome to the International STEAM Programs for Youth in the Time of Closed Borders.
Hello everyone who is watching the live streaming now or who will watch it later in Facebook or YouTube. My name is Ksenia Salnikova and I will be the moderator of this event. So, dear colleagues, dear teachers, educators, MILSET member organizations representatives, I'm really glad to welcome you all on the second day of the MILSET Vostok online roundtable International STEAM Programs for Youth in the Times of Closed Borders. I remind you that this activities is organized by MILSET Vostok Regional Department, the All-Russian Movement of Creative Teachers Researcher, and Lomonosov Moscow State University High School. And this roundtable is part of the 11th International Scientific and Practical Conference Research Activity of Students in Modern Educational Space. I would like to thank all those institutions, and especially I would like to thank the MILSET office team for their overall support in organizing the streaming broadcast of our discussion. So let's move forward, and I'm happy to give the floor to the MILSET Vostok Regional President, Mr. Alexander Leontovich, who will welcome you and officially open the second day of our roundtable.
Dear friends, hello. I'm very glad to see you on our roundtable, the second part. Today, yesterday we have a wonderful presentations from different our colleagues from different countries, and Ksenia is best moderator because he prepared very interesting questions to exchange our experience in different direction of online communication. It is very important now, such form and experience of different countries in such field is very interesting for all of us. So, and today we have the second part, and I believe that it will be more interesting than yesterday. I have an idea to prepare some publication for our JOSE Journal of Science Engagement, about this event. And I think that it will be very important if you could prepare a short list of your report and send it to me or to Ksenia. And this publication in a Journal of Science Engagement could be very, very interesting for all of us. I wish you a productive work today, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Alexander. Before inviting our first speaker, I would like to make a short overview of our topic. So let me remind you that almost a year ago, we all faced the same situation. The whole world found itself suddenly in a completely new reality. And the pandemic and isolation measures have entirely changed our way of life, and especially the work that we all do. First, we didn't know, we were confused, and we didn't realize how to continue organizing our STEAM programs for youth, and especially international STEAM programs in the condition of isolation and closed borders. And if at first we probably thought that we just need to wait a little bit and then continue doing it as we had done it before, but then it became clear to everyone that these changes came in our lives for a long time. So, during the last year, we all came up with some new ideas, strategies, and projects. And yesterday, we have presented some of them. We had presentations from Tunisia, Mexico, Russia, and Poland. And today we will continue our discussion. Yesterday we realized that in general our STEAM international programs can be rather successfully transferred to the online format, and we can even benefit from it. For example, the online format is more accessible for participants, and we can have a large participation, even international participation. And at the same time, we have many things that could be done easier in online format. But of course, we can have the same magic that we have during the face-to-face communication, and the communication is the very interesting part that we need to develop in the online format in future. How to organize networking and teamwork in online format. This is the task to develop. So today we will continue our conversation, and we have wonderful speakers, very experienced STEAM events organizers from Chile, Turkey, Kuwait, Indonesia, and MILSET office, Mexico. I'm sure that our discussion will be useful for all of us. For our colleagues and the audience who are watching us now, I remind that if you have any questions to our speakers, please write them in comments, and our speakers will do their best to answer you. So, let's go. Let me invite our first speaker, the president of the Asia Pacific Conference of Young Scientists and director of the Center for Young Scientists in Indonesia, Ms. Monica Raharti. Monica will share the experience of organizing the Asia Pacific Conference of Young Scientists in 2020. Monica, please.
Thank you very much, Xenia. Okay, let me share you something about the Asia Pacific Conference of Young Scientists and how it influenced a little bit influence. I will show you to what happened in Indonesia, especially to the teacher in their career and mentoring the student. Okay, next slide. The content of my presentation will be introduction about the conference itself, the APCYS, about the teacher career in mentoring, and a closing. Next slide. This is the picture of my institution, the center. I have several people helping me, beautiful ladies and young men here with me. So our office is in Jakarta, and we have been working with 10,000 students so far and 3,000 mentors or teachers with 5,000 research projects so far. And we are working in 15 provinces out of 34 provinces in Indonesia. Our nation is quite wide with many, many provinces. Next. Aside of the our center with the student and the teacher, we also have our alumni. They are very important, the alumni of the international competition. So we keep them with us up till now, and they have developed a talk for every 2 weeks. Here I show you some of the reclama of the CYS talk. We call it CYS talk, and they give their talk from all over the world because they are studying abroad. So in online format, it's really, really helping us a lot. And also we have Association of Mentor Teacher here, and also we have a journal for the young scientists, for the secondary school students. We call it Journal Peneliti Belia. Next, slide number 6. So the Asia Pacific Conference of Young Scientists is a conference for secondary school students 13 to 19 in the field of physics, mathematics, computer science, environmental science, and life sciences. We started this in 2011, and we have the steering committee members from around the world. We have from Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, Nepal, Thailand, Taiwan, India, Poland, Hungary, and also, yeah, that's it. Next slide. The Asia Pacific Conference of Young Scientists is a conference, so we share the result of the student work in the format of oral presentation, like, how scientists do. So they have to present their work in front of the judges and take the question and answer. And also they have a poster presentation. And aside of that, we also have a teacher sharing session. So the conference is not only for the students, but also for the teacher. Here, the teacher will share what they have experienced in the STEM education. And then next slide. We also have competition in this conference. This is conference, but also competition, meaning that we give appreciation to the best of the young scientists. And we provide medals. Of course, there is judges for this competition. We invite lecturer and also researcher from all around the world. So the judges will be in the international panel. So not judges from only the host country, but we always keep the international judges. Next. There is always scientific lectures in this conference. So we invite, the host country will invite scientists or eminent professor to give the speech for the students and also the teacher. Sometimes it's not only a lecturer or researcher, but we also invite professionals. Like you can see the man with the green shirt, he's a professional in yo-yo. So he showed us how to play yo-yo and professionally. It's really a very good show of him, but also he talked a lot what scientific behind the yo-yo game. Next. Of course, we want the balance between science and culture. So in every conference, we always invite people to see the local culture, and also the young scientists will share their own culture. So there will be cultural exchange between the students. Next. This is what important. We always try to put sport in this conference. Like, you can see here a water sport. We have polo water, and then also volleyball and so on. Different formats. It can be also a local game, like traditional game, but physically they compete here. It's really for fun. And we want to put a balance between the science activities, the culture, and the sport. Next. The conference itself started in 2012. You can see here where the conference was. It was in Indonesia and then went to Taiwan, Malaysia, India, Nepal, Thailand, Russia, and then back to Indonesia. And of course, in this year, it will be hosted by Mexico. And we start, because of the pandemic, we start the virtual conference in 2020, last year in Indonesia. It was really a difficult situation. We have canceled actually, but then it's supposed to be in Macau, but we canceled it. Then Indonesia tried to make it an online format, and this year will be an online format too. Next. Well, in Indonesia, we try to make to take the selection internationally. So it started from provincial, national, and international. That's why the students engage are in a big number. But then we got the teacher got the challenge on how to mentor the student because they are not prepared for that at school. So there's a demand of the teacher. They need help how to prepare that. That's why we developed the system of certification for the teacher. Next, here you can see the mentor teacher certification. They start from the beginner, going to intermediate, and then advanced. Next, here's some picture about the workshop for those certification. And one of the next, this is the example of the requirement for the teacher's certification for beginner. They only need to complete just one research, and then they need to complete it mentor teacher workshop for beginner, and also apply the mentoring to one student's research project. Then we can give them certification. What important about this certification is we ask them, we provide them with the new career in mentoring. Next slide. You can see in this picture, this is the workshop for teacher, and you can see there are a trainer in the front of the classroom. If the teacher get the certification of advanced, they can be the trainer and they will be paid. And then the teacher with the intermediate level, they can be assistant, and they also get the payment for that. So that's why we say that this is a new career for them in the mentoring. So in this case, I show you how the APCYS or international conference has some influence to the teacher mentoring in Indonesia. So it arises from the needs of the teacher. Next, this is my last slide, is about the conclusion. I would say that this conference, as international conference, has enhanced the research environment in secondary school in Indonesia. And the high standard of the research competition challenged the teacher in mentoring the students in conducting the research project at school. And the last one is the mentor teacher certification could help teacher enhance their capacity in mentoring the students and also provide extra reward. So that's all from me, my sharing about the APCYS, and my last slide showing that some students with happy faces, they are young scientists and they're happy in science. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, dear Monica, for your outstanding presentation and for presenting your experience of organizing Asia Pacific Conference of Young Scientists during a number of years. And it is interesting for us to know, how did you manage to organize it last year in the conditions, in the new conditions? We have a question here: how many participants and projects did you got in this virtual mode of your conference? Did you feel any, I don't know, loss of interest because of the online format?
Oh, okay. Well, actually, we have about 100, more than 100 students involved in this conference. And it's about 20 countries with us in this conference last year. Well, actually, in online format, we get more countries to get involved. Like some countries I have invited many times, they cannot come because they have problem with the traveling cost. But now it's easier, and even they're not ready with the selection, then I ask them to find some students that really interesting in in science and try to pursue them, to encourage them to do some project. And we got more countries actually in 2020. So, well, more interest from more countries.
Thank you very much, Monica. And one more question, please. You mentioned that on your conference, on your international conference, you have an international panel of judges.
Yeah.
So we are interested, how did you organize the project evaluation in the online format? I mean, how did you deal with the difference of time zone? Because experts are judges are in different countries. How did they judge the project online?
Well, this is one of the challenges. It was very early in 2020 when we decided to make the online format. So actually, we're not really ready with the online format. So to be honest, we skipped the face-to-face judging. So we only judge them through the pre-recording. So yeah, this is sad that some students are really sad that they cannot take the question and answer, directly from the panel of judges. But there was all we can do in last year. But of course, hopefully this year we can do better with this. And it will be really, really challenging because of the time difference. But we will see later.
Thank you very much, Monica, for your answers. And I would like to say to our speakers and the audience that people in many countries are watching us. Let me announce: United Arab Emirates, Mexico, United Kingdom, Chile, United States of America, Russia, Uruguay, Canada, Peru, Guatemala, Costa Rica, Argentina, Colombia, Uzbekistan, Panama, Puerto Rico, Belgium, and Sweden are watching us. So congratulations to all of you. And I'm glad to invite our next speaker, the director of the Fundación Club Ciencias Chile, and the president of MILSET EMLAT Regional Department, Dr. Maria Angelica Riquelme. Maria Angelica will present the experience of organizing National Expo Sciences Chile in 2020. Maria Angelica, por favor. We can hear you. Could you switch on your mic?
Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, all the virtual audience. Thank you to the coordination to the MILSET VOSTOK event. It's an honor to participate with you. The theme of my conference, Expo Science Chile Develop Scientific Culture. Next, please. The objective of Expo Science Chile are: generate a space for scientific, technological, and social exchange. Second objective, contribute on the strengthening of formal education. Collaborate with the promotion and popularization and youth scientific, the technological activity at national, international level. Expo Science is a scientific and technological youth population activity of the international movement of user activity and science and technology of Latin America, MILSET EMLAT. Organized by Fundación Club Ciencias Chile with the collaboration of the Faculty of Health Science of the Universidad Central de Chile. Next, please. From face-to-face to the virtual, the images of the face-to-face Expo Science with a program of activity where the student presents his project in an exhibition stand. with public visit, conference, workshop, visit to museum, graphic information, and on-site process. With the arrival of the COVID-19 pandemic, we have to adapt to the new reality, virtuality, and online format. What to do, how to do, and when to do, and virtual process. They collaborate with the development of scientific and technological activity. Next, the virtual process considers 1. An organization with planning of regulation the virtual event. 2. The information with the information material used for the event. 3. Communication are the resource and action of interaction. This communication occurs through asynchronous and synchronous tools. For example, for Exposcience Chile, synchronous communication tools are video conference and online meeting by Meet, Zoom, Microsoft Teams, Skype. Is an immediate process of communication. And the asynchronous communication tools are email, WhatsApp, information, and Facebook, YouTube. 4. The activities have to be planned or selected. They have to be dynamic and interesting for the participant. And finally, the tutorial and the evaluate monitoring with the personalized process with motivation, planning, and strengthening of activity. Permanently remember for information to the participant. The participation manual is very, very important. Next, there are some of the information graphics sent by email, WhatsApp to Exposcience Chile participant and shared on Facebook and Instagram with necessary date from the transmission with contact email. Next. In the virtual process of Exposcience Chile, we consider 6 stages. The first is planning. There is national planning and international planning, and they two different realities. The invitation to the virtual event with information, category, and areas of participation, registration process and regulation. Online registration realized by Google Form is requested to attach the project paper, project video link, and YouTube platform, its team photography, and the video link, the cultural activity. An activity program is presented which includes the opening ceremony, conference, the project's exhibition, Chile virtual tour, photographic exhibition, cultural day, activity closing. The participation was made with a preview section and interview with participants and the scientific committee reviewer of Exposcience via Zoom and Meet. During the event project, videos are shown on Facebook and YouTube. The presentation of the event opening, conference, and closing ceremony was done by Skype and Zoom, with video streaming on Facebook and YouTube from Fundación Club Ciencias Chile. It's necessary to evaluate before, during, and after the virtual event. It must be a permanent, reflective, inclusive process and strengthen the Chilean science. Next. The next image shows example of the stage of the virtual process. The invitation with the presentation of the event, with necessary information and the connection link to the event. A program of activity with the connection time of each participant country. Next. The promotion of ExpoScience Chile began previous days with reminder graphic on social media. Next. The virtual process includes information by email, WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram. Interview with scientific committee reviewer via Meet on Zoom. Participation and live streaming of Facebook and YouTube channel. OBS Studio Digital platform coordinated by Engineer José Alberto García, coordination of international relations of the Fundación Club Ciencias Chile. These are months of preparation and training with the technical test and meeting for the realization of virtual activity. Next. The participation of students and teachers in the National ExpoScience Chile 2020 virtual version is 40 national projects selected from various cities and regions of Chile. 40 credited international projects from Argentina, Brazil, Colombia, Costa Rica, Guatemala, Ecuador, El Salvador, Mexico, Panama, Paraguay, Peru, Puerto Rico, Tunisia, Turkey, Russia. The categories are scientific gain, primary education, secondary education, and university and technical education, with 10 areas of participation. Next, please. The activity program was published on social media. We were honored to receive virtuality participants from 13 member countries of MILSET in Latin America and 3 guest countries from other MILSET regions, Tunisia, Turkey, Russia, with a total 16 countries present and ExpoScience Chile 2020. Next. I invite you to enjoy some images that represent the participation of girls, boys, young people, and teachers from the country participants in ExpoScience Chile 2020 virtual. We appreciate the participation of each the participant country. Next. The impact of virtual audience reached more than 23,201 users within the framework on promotion and transmission on official social network, with a total participation 80 projects and 276 participants from 16 countries. Participants connect according to day in the time to participate in the virtual event. Next, please. Expo Science Chile collaborate with scientific culture, with understand the social dynamic of the science, either an Expo Science face-to-face or virtual, both contribute to scientific culture that allows us to understand the social dynamic of the science. The active participation of students in Expo Science develop the learning socially, cooperative, significant, mediative, with learning activity, curve, strategies, and factors that collaborate the learning. Cognitive Professor present my doctoral thesis which indicate divergent cognitive dynamic of the student. It is mobilized from the objectivity of information, living of subjectivity, and learning and building knowledge to communicate the new information. That is day-by-day scientific culture supported by the communication, diffusion, and popularization of the science. Next, please. The youth, scientific, and technological, the youth scientific and technological activity. How will they do planning? Face-to-face, virtual, or a hybrid event with shared spaces, or face-to-face and virtual platform according to reality and contingency of each country. You are cordially invited a National Expo Science Chile 2021 hybrid version. Thank you for your attention. Thank you, MILSET VOSTOK. Many thanks to the green leader, Alexander, Xenia, and their team. Thank you for you, MILSET family.
Thank you very much, Maria Angelica. Thank you for very well structured presentation. Now we can really understand your approach to every single part of the program. How did you transfer it? How did you adopt it to the new condition? Thank you very much. I would like to say that during your presentation, many people from MLAT region joined us. We have now audience in Brazil, Ecuador, El Salvador, Honduras, Jamaica, Paraguay, Peru, República Dominicana, Uruguay. So congratulations, and you received many messages of support from people in these countries. So I have a question to you. Could you kindly tell us in more details how did you manage to organize this Chile virtual tour, and was it popular with the students that participated in your Expo Sciences?
María Angélica pregunta a Xenia que si les puedes explicar cómo cómo hiciste para organizar el tour virtual y si fue popular entre tus estudiantes y bueno, ¿cómo lo manejaste?
Bien, se definió un programa de actividades acorde al proceso virtual. ¿Tú vas traduciendo, Liz?
Yeah, yes. A specific program was defined according to the virtual activities.
Y principalmente el tour virtual de Chile era mostrar imágenes que sean representativas del norte, centro y sur de mi país.
The idea to present this tour was to show students Chile from the north, central, and south of the country.
Y para eso, saber y conocer plataformas.
Ya puedes continuar, María Angélica.
Y para eso tenemos que saber las plataformas, las técnicas virtuales online que nos sirven para realizar esta actividad.
And to do this, they should have to know the platforms and technical things to do this virtual tour. ¿Fue exitoso entre los estudiantes, María Angélica? ¿El tour virtual tuviste mucho?
Sí. Yo necesito decir que hay que felicitar a cada uno de los participantes por la responsabilidad y conexión que tuvo para cada una de las actividades.
¿Me puedes repetir tu respuesta, por favor?
Felicitar a cada uno de los estudiantes que participaron, o todos los participantes, por la responsabilidad y conexión que tuvo.
Bueno, sí, correcto. Okay, it was successful, and she wants to congratulate all the students that participated in this activity. Thank you. Tania.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Maria Angelica, for your presentation and answers. So I'm glad to invite our next speakers. Buka himself, president and the director of Kızılçulu Science and Art Center in Turkey, Ms. Umit Karademir, and member of the organizing committee, Ms. Kensu İlkuru. They will share with us their experience of organizing the Buka International Music, Science, Energy, Engineering Fair in the times of closed borders. Please. You can start.
Okay, thank you, Sana. Hi, I am Ümit Karademir from İzmir, Turkey. I am director of Buca Municipality Kızılçulu Science and Art Center and Buca IMSEF Organization Committee. I would like to talk about bring young scientists and artists together with international online organization in the new world. Buca IMSEF 2020 within the scope of my speech. Next, please. Kızılçulu Science and Art Center was established in 2019 by Buca Municipality. Kızılçulu Science and Art Center aims to teach of science at a young age, to discover and reveal to talents of children who have the ability to different branches of art and thus to bring them up as scientists of the future and artists of the future. Young people and children can follow and apply science and technology, produce their own projects and perform artistic activities in line with their abilities in this center. Kızılçulu Science and Art Center, which is first center in Turkey, provides free of charge science, music, and social activities to the students who are studying and living in Buca, in line with their interest. All expenses are covered by Buca municipality. Next, please. After working with my team in various private institutions for many years and get great success, we decided to establish a Science and Art Center under with the governmental institution. With this initiative, as we establish the Kızılçulu Science and Art Center. I want to introduce our team to you. Belit Karaca is pianist in our center and she is coordinating music activities. Dr. Meltem Gönüloğlu Çelikoğlu is physicist and Dr. Cansu İlke Kuru is biochemistry and they are coordinating science activities in our center. Next, please. Summarize our activities in our center. Science and art lessons. Buca İMSEV International Music and Science Fair. Nature camps. Choros and concerts. International entrepreneurship and creativity studies. Social responsibility studies and projects, robotic coding trainings, participation in scientific projects and international project competitions, piano and solfege courses, seminars and workshops. Next, please. Theoretical and applied science lessons, scientific projects, laboratory studies, scientific creativity contest, international and national science fairs participation, scientific interview, conference, seminar, workshops, robotic coding trainings are at the fields of science. Next, please. In international science projects competition held in Hong Kong, Malaysia, Indonesia, South Korea, Argentina, Tunisia, Chile, Zambia, China, Mexico, Serbia, and South Africa. 25 first place, gold medal. 24 second place, silver medal. 7 third place, bronze medal, and special awards. Next, please. In the field of music, basic music lessons, piano and solfege education, preschool English music education with bass, choral students, concerts and events are carried out. Also, students are prepared for international music certificates programs and they participate to world-famous music competitions. Next, please. You can see some concerts photos in this slide. Our students perform concert performances at the end of their music educations. Next, please. Within the scope of social activities, social responsibility projects, entrepreneurship activities, English summer camps, science, art, and art summer schools, national camps, young voluntary camps, international social projects with universities, students, European Union projects are carried out. Next, please. They also participate different international entrepreneurship and creativity, challenges about hot topics and environmental problems, and get ours. Next, please. Students who receive basic and advanced training in the fields of robotic coding and maker are preparing for international robotics festivals and competitions. Next slide. We are organization English, nature, physiology, science and art camps in different time. Next, please. In these nature camps, our students receive education and perform in different areas such as science and art activities, flora and herbarium examination, crafted drama, robotic and coding. Next, please. Our center is often reported in the media with its exemplary education and national and international successes in the fields of science and art. Next, please. Next, please. Finally, I would like to talk about our Buca IMSEV organization that we have organized national and international. Buca Municipality Kızılçullu Science and Arts Center organized Buca IMSEV International Music, Science, Energy Engineering Fair to spread the spirit of scientific research and art to the whole world, to enable young people of the same age to make social and culture exchange, to bring together young people from all over the world who open the change of development and interested in science, art and technology in Buca, İzmir, Turkey. Next, please. Buca IMSEV is Turkey representativity of 52 scientific and 2 music, total 54 international competition from all over the world. This is a great honor for us, and we attach great importance to our affiliate organizations. We wish to accomplish together for many years. Next, please. We enjoy organization this event together with the organization committee, technical team, and supporting team. Next, please. This year, we made a great effort to organize our event face-to-face in September 2020. We looked to necessary precautions but unfortunately, we had to organize it as an online organization due to the pandemic. Buca IMSEV 2020, which we organized on 14 and 18 December 2020 as online event, took place with the permission of the Ministry of National Education. Next slide, please. Buca IMSEV took place in the categories of biology, chemistry, physics, engineering, energy, mathematics, computer, and music. Buca IMSEV juries expect in their fields are university academicians in each categories. Next slide, please. In the Buca IMSEV 2020 national category, 27 cities, 65 schools, and 90 projects. International category, 24 countries and 24 projects, were participate as finalists from the 100 of applications. Next, please. In our schedule, we start with the opening ceremony in 14 December and conducted with judging and workshops between 14 to 18 December and finalized with our closing and our ceremony on 25 December. All activities were conducted in Zoom platform and ceremonies and workshops were live in YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Next, please. Before the organization, we planned a test meeting with national and international participants and informed them about all details. Next, please. In the opening ceremony, I and our Major Lower Erhan Kılıç have an opening speech and piano concert was performed from pianist Berit Karaca. Next, please. Also in our opening ceremony, we have invited speakers, MILSET President Roberto Hidalgo, ex-Minister of Education of the Republic of Russia and current President of Future Generation Education Charitability Foundation, Dr. Vladimir Egorov, and our President of Jury Committee, Professor Dr. Özgür Seydibeyoğlu. Next, please, slide. We have showed promotional videos of Turkey İzmir Buca, Buca Municipality and Kızılçullu Science and Art Center. We received videos from all national and international participants about their feeling about the participation in Buca IMSEV and shared this video to show their exciting at the opening ceremony. Next, please. In the jury evaluation, studies presented their projects to the juries in the form of oral presentation in Zoom platform. Next, please. Participants also perform live piano performance to our juries. Next, please. We organize workshop entitled Rising Future Scientist and Artist. Professor Dr. Eyüp Artvinli had a speech about project-based learning and Center of Young Scientists Director and Asia Pacific Conference Young Scientists President Dear Dr. Monica Harty had a speech about key factors for success in science competitions. Next, please. In the most exciting part of our event, closing and ever ceremony. Next, please. We have shown promotional videos of the all 24 participating countries, dancing performance of our students in center, and brief video of Buca IMSEV 2020. Next, please. Juries make separate evaluations in the national and international category. In our ceremony, national participants won first, second, third, and encouragement awards and Turkey representative awards to our affiliated fairs. International participants won gold, silver, and bronze medals. In addition, the IME Iran Cornell Award, which publishing its projects as scientific artists and in both national and international category, was given. Next, please. All participants received participation certificates and all awarded projects received certificates of achievement and medals. Next, please. You can see the sum memorized from Buca IMSEV 2020. Next, please. Buca IMSEV 2020 made a lot of attention in the national and international media, and many news were published. Next, please. With the organization of our fair as an online event, we were able to research more people, as there were no transport, no accommodation cost, and enable them to have an efficient quarantine periods as an advantage. But unfortunately, we could not share face-to-face social and culture activities with our participants and host them in our country. And also people in living Buca couldn't meet with international participants. After our fair, we sent a survey to all participants and received positive replies about Buca IMSEV. Next, please. We will planning the Buca IMSEV 2021 in September as face-to-face organization if it is possible related with pandemic situation. You have follow our website and social medias from the account to get all information. Many thanks information all MILSET and MILSET VOSTOK organizer and participation of this very effective and enjoyable roundtable. I wish you healthy days. Thank you.
Thank you very much, dear Umit. Thank you for sharing this unique experience of the work that you during this not easy period. And thank you for sharing this experience of organizing this online youth international event where students compete not only in science, but also in musical performance. For me, I have never seen anything like that before. So my first question is, how did you come up with this idea to combine scientific projects and musical performances? Kansu, could you switch on your mic?
Yeah, I have to use Umit's microphone, and could you please stop them? Okay? Can you hear me now? Yeah. In our centers, we collaborate all scientific and artistic activities for our students. So we have to organize Buca IMSEV in the fields of science and music. So we think that it will be great honor for us.
Okay, and my second question is, when the contestant play their piano works during the Zoom video conferences, did you face any problem with the sound due to, I don't know, different acoustics in different halls, or due to the slow speed of the internet connection? And how did you act in such situations?
For the piano category, all participants participate the jury evaluation with their pianos on their pianos, and there is no problem about the sound. Our juries can evaluate the piano performances successfully.
Oh, thank you very much. And one more question.
Of course, yes.
told us about summer camps, science summer camps that you realized last summer. How did you do it during the pandemic time? That means that the quarantine measures were not so strict in Turkey in the summer period.
Sorry. Yes, there are some restriction about the pandemic in Turkey now, but in the summer we have great effort to take precautions for our students, also for us, and we can carry out the all camps for not successfully. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So now let me invite our next speaker. He's from Kuwait, Mr. Mashan Niv, the MILSET Asia staff member. Mr. Mashan will tell us about STEAM Online efforts in the state of Kuwait in the last year. Please. Switch on your mic, Mr. Mashan.
Yeah. Good evening. Voice okay? You hear me? Yeah. I don't see my presentation now. Okay. At the beginning, dear colleagues, dear audience, first of all, I would like to thank MILSET VOSTOK for inviting me to speak in this program. My name is Engineer Mashan Naif. I am IT engineering and MILSET Asia staff member.
Dear audience, we have a little problems with the speaker about their internet connection, but we will come back soon. Please wait.
Okay, share. You want me to share your screen? I didn't see my. Okay. Still, I didn't see my presentation. online events, we need to establish to create a professional studio, and we do the first things we do we are start to create our studio. Then we are start to put the planning and the provision for the programming and activities. The topics, it's like workshop, seminar and lectures, training, congress, scientific project, round tables, training programs online, online expo, production of the scientific records, questionnaire. Okay, next slide, please.
Next.
Okay.
Next.
Next. Okay. Also, we have to, after we put the plan, we do a lot of meetings. Even if we are in the same building, we do our virtual meeting to discuss the plan and put to discuss the plan in our events. Next. We are start our event with AV3 robots. We have 3 online training for AV3 robots. We start with basic programming, AV3. Then after that, we are going to the after we finish the basic, we are going to the advanced programming. Next, excuse me. Then we are also, when you finish the first and second, we are going to the third programming, like Lego Digital Designer LCD for AV3 robots. All of this training course, they will find it on the MILSET Asia YouTube. Then the second event it was online seminar on the artificial intelligence and tools for the futures administrations. Next. Also, we have administration online workshop, like online monitors for working teams. Even if you are have teams, and before COVID-19, a lot of managers or team leaders are working face to face. Now we cannot see all the team face to face. So you are moving to the online meetings or online working. So this is courses to how to manage your team online by using online tools. Also, the next events, we are doing how to create applications, how to create mobile or iPad applications by using Apple machines programs. We do it in 2 parts, part 1 and part 2, all for this workshop. Then, next please. Also next. Yeah, good. We have YouTube. If you can just go forward at the middle of YouTube to see the different pictures for this event. Yeah, this is the YouTube for robots. It's like virtual lab. We are doing it. It's very, very good events. You can go next. Yeah.
You can play.
Yeah, you can play this video. Okay. Yes, go to the middle. Yeah, this is robots workshop. Okay, go to the next, please. Next slide. This is Lego, the digital designer. Yeah, next, please. Next slide, please. Yeah, can you play this, please? Okay, also go to forward to the middle. So at the beginning, virtual theory, explain theory, then go to the virtual, how to convert the robots AV3, step by step. Okay, and go to the next slide, please. Next. This is AI online seminar for artificial intelligence for maintenance, administrations. Also, it was online. Go to next slide. Yeah, next slide, please. This is the audience. Next slide. This is the video or YouTube video for this online training. Okay, go to next slide, please. Next slide, please. Yeah, this is course for online monitors. Online monitors, as I told you, how to manage your teams online by using technologies. Yeah, with some questions here. Yeah, go next slide, please. Next slide. Yeah, this is also for who like IT programming, how to create applications for mobile and iPad. Also, this is part 2 for this course, online course. Okay, next slide, please. This is a different type of workshop. This make it yourself workshop. Okay, next slide. Yeah, when you, also this is some pictures for the workshop. Yeah, go to the next slide. When we are start to put our planning, we are thinking to cover all the types or events. We can do it online, and all our teams, engineering in different type, like robots and mechanicals and Arduino and IT and art. So different fields and different types or events. Go next slide, please. This is Arduino. for beginners. Part 1. Next slide, yeah. And this is online, Arabic Scientific. We are cover all the STEM fields or events. So this is the art from STM. This is the art event. Yeah, go next slide, please. Yeah, next slide, please. And this is some pictures, some YouTubes from this events. Also, this is part 2 of workshop. Yourself, make it yourself. Next slide. Okay, next slide, please. This is a workshop for using light. This is the part of art. As we see, this is some pictures from that event. Yeah, go forward to the middle, please. Yeah. Intelligence, yeah, light intelligence. Integrating light. Okay, next, please. Also, workshop, artificial intelligence for students. Next, please. By using robot AV3. Yeah, this is some pictures from these events for kids. Student schools. Yeah, for work for me. Yeah. Okay. Next, please. Yeah, work and express this. Next, please. Robot champions contains in Kuwait. We did this robot, this champions before 1 month, face to face. We do it for the champion, student champion for last year. We are invite him and give him a chance to do again the champions. Next, please. Also continue with
Dear audience, sorry, we have a little problems with the internet, but we are coming back again.
hello. Yes. Okay, would you continue now? Yeah. Yeah, okay, just see the presentations. Okay, next, please. Thanks for your help, by the way. Next, please. Yeah, this is some pictures of this workshop, measurements, tools. Next. Yeah, forward to the middles, please. Okay. Next slide, please. Yeah, this is all pictures for this event's measurements tools. We are start from beginner to advanced. Yeah, next slide, please. This is administration for student activities training. Here we have, we are creating clubs, scientific clubs in the schools, government with the Ministry of Education in Kuwait. So we are every time we give him courses or not, before we are giving face to face. Now we are giving these courses online to stay activities. You know, because COVID-19 and maybe COVID-20, we don't know. So we are now starting online until this COVID is finished, inshallah. This is, we cannot say this is the end. We can't say this is the beginning. So we still have more and more events, inshallah. We got to plan for 2020, for 2021, and 2022, until inshallah this COVID-19 is it's finished. So thanks for your listening, and thanks for your inviting me again to speak in this program, and sorry about disconnecting internet. Thank you.
Thank you very much, dear Mr. Niev, for your presentation. It is quite impressive, the number of activities you realized online for the students of Kuwait. So I have one question here from the audience. Which age range of youth have attended those online workshops you presented us? Oh, your mic. We can't hear you.
Now it's okay, huh? Different age you had open, yani some courses for primary or secondary school, and college to engineering and college like Arduino. This is the second levels for faculty or college engineering like this. And also we have for primary, for secondary school. Yani we discuss all the age, let's say. Start from 8 or 9 up to 50, more 60, depends.
Thank you very much. And next question is, what were the main challenges that you faced training used by virtual mode? Should I repeat? My second question is, what were the main challenges that you faced training youth by virtual mode?
Challenge? Yeah, okay. Challenge for us. At the beginning, we know, yeah, this is maybe not the first time, but every time we are meet the students face to face, and do all events are face to face. Now we are do it, and we don't.
So should we continue? Okay.
Yeah, now it's okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I told you the problem before. Yeah, all events are face to face with the students. Now they cannot attend this. We cannot see him. So this is the problem. How to convert from face to face to online events. So this is the problem we are in. But now, inshallah, all the students are attend this online, and we have some programs like virtual lab online. He can do whatever programming or testing the reports online. We can see how it's working. So we cover this problem, inshallah, and now we have no problem.
Oh, and how do you motivate your students to participate in those activities? Because you know sometimes we lose the interest in and they are tired of working with the computer and so on. Did you motivate them somehow, or they are very interested? Did you motivate your students to participate in those online programs? Or there is no need to motivate them because they're interested?
Yeah.
Your mic, Mr. Neve.
Yes. As I told you, now with the social media, I think so nobody have problem. And if you can do whatever you want, even like now we are doing meetings, each one in other country, so we can do everything on social media now. So we don't need to attend this like before. Even it's not 100% prices. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mashan. Thank you for your answers and for contributing you made. Please stay with us for the discussion part. And now join me to introduce our last speaker, Miss Lisette Vella, who is the MILSET Communication Manager. Today, Ms. Vella will present the experience in organizing the MILSET World Virtual Young Citizens Conference. Please.
Thank you very much, dear Senia, and thank you to the audience who is watching. I am very happy and excited to share with all of you our experience while organizing the MILSET World Virtual Young Citizens Conferences 2020. And well, on behalf of MILSET Executive Committee, MILSET YCC Committee, and MILSET staff, we really would like that this experience that we are sharing, it's useful for your next debate events. We are very proud of the results of this program. And well, first of all, I would like to explain, next, please. I would like to explain what is the YCC program. The MILSET Young Citizens Conferences, it's a program that MILSET has run for several years, and the idea is to hear the voices from young people all over the world regarding science and technology issues that affect humanity. The activity is open to participants from 13 to 25. And well, the idea is to go to approach this program through a 3-step methodology, which is concerns, discussion, and proposed actions. In the concerns stage, we intend to introduce participants to a certain topic that we set every 2 years. And after that, in the second step or stage, we try to enhance and to take the students into discussion so they can discuss their ideas, their concerns about this specific topic. And finally, the action section is about hearing the possible solutions or proposals to reduce the concerns they have identified. Normally, we run this program when we organize MILSET Expo Sciences International and MILSET Regional Expo Sciences. But well, suddenly, as all of us have faced, everything changed. and we had to move very fast from on-site to virtual. Next, please. The pandemic situation suddenly made us change our mindset and act very fast, because one of our biggest concerns is to provide these spaces to youth where they can discuss and be in touch. And so we decided to do and to start brainstorming with the team and find out the way to engage. It was challenging, very, very challenging, a little bit scary, because we were worried about fulfilling the needs and expectations of the participants. So we do everything possible to engage them. Well, still we started with the big plan and prepare this World Virtual event in a few months. During last year, we had already set a specific topic, which was our future in space. But due to this sudden change, we decided to change our topic and to adapt it, because we really wanted to learn what were these young people thinking about the situation of COVID-19, and how were they living and facing in their own houses this pandemic, and also what was their approach to the future. What would they do to cope with this new situation, which will change completely the way we do things. So we decided to go to a new topic, which is invent a new world. And as it is a very wide topic to discuss, we decided to divide it into 5 subtopics, which are globalization, science and medicine, space, environment, and digital lifestyle. And well, after setting our new topic, we make it happen. Next, please. We are very proud on the results of this event. Some of the results were not measured, but we succeed, and we would like to share with all of you an easy step-by-step organizing list. We hope and we wish it helps you to organize your next debate. And why not? We hope you decide to organize a MILSET Young Citizens Conferences, maybe in your state or country or region. The nice thing about this program is that it was planned for everybody. So everybody who wants to organize a Young Citizens Conferences can make it possible. You can, all the material to do it, it's available in MILSET website. But well, now with this new reality, making all virtual, we would like to share our step-by-step. We hope it's useful for you and your organization. So how did we make it happen? First, we recommend that you could set your main goal in a few words. In our case, our goal was to organize debate tables to hear the ideas and proposals of youth following the YCC methodology. So it was very clear, a debate for young people following a specific methodology. After that, we analyzed the methodology and how to adapt it into this new reality. We recommend to set your target audience, think which ages are suitable to participate in these kind of events, make a list of activities or material that will support the methodology or objective. What are you going to need? Conferences, maybe interviews, videos. How are you going to support your event and engage people with this? If required, see how many people do you want to invite? This is very important. You have to analyze your human resources, your technical resources, and decide which number is the best for you to make and to succeed in this event. Third, adapt to a virtual mode. We need to consider that on virtual mode, everything is faster. So you need to organize things as short as possible. Don't take too many days to organize event or too many hours during the day to make them, because can be tiring and you can lose track of your viewers and your participants. Small groups for debates are the best. We, in our experience, we think from 6 to 8 people in a virtual debate table are the best, because you can handle it easy, and this discussion can be very rich with less people. If you are going international, one thing you should consider is the different time zones. Try to find out the best time zone that suits all the countries that are participating, to avoid like audience loss or your students not connecting. And finally, it's making it clear and dynamic. You have to be very, very specific on the instructions and things you're going to tell to your participants and to the public. These could be very, very useful to get more public. And well, next please. In this slide, you can see a very short table that we designed, where you can see that for point number 2 and number 3, we were able to adapt our event in a virtual mode, following our 3-step methodology. So for the first section, which is concerns, we decided to go for conferences. We need to provide people, the students or participants, with information about the topic. So we decided to invite experts about the corresponding topics. As you can see very fast in the schedule, we took 10 minutes for opening and closing remarks, 30 minutes for conferences, and 20 minutes for the answer and question section. Though we use 30 minutes for the conferences, we recommend that you can go, you can take 15 or 20. It's better if you go with a shorter conference to engage these young people and the audience. And then we approach the discussion and action section with 6 round tables. And in this part, we took like 30 minutes to a pre-meeting, which was a private meeting, not open to the public, just to explain all what these guys were going to do during the streaming. A 10-minute opening and closing remarks, 35 minutes for discussion, and 20 minutes for the conclusion. It was like very, we tried to make it very fast, and we managed to engage the participants into the discussion. Next, please. Well, point 4 is invite your speakers. If you decide to do conferences, you have to invite your speakers. One nice thing of being a MILSET member is that you are part of a big international network of organizations and institutions. So we are a big family, and when we have this kind of request or need, you can invite other MILSET members, and also MILSET members support the team or finding other speakers from their countries if they are not maybe able to talk about a certain topic. So this is a very good thing of being part of this family. We had a lot of support, and well, finally we could find these 4 great master conferences. Next one, please. 5th, participant selection. Think about how are you going to select your participants. We think a registration process is very important. Doesn't matter if you make it easy, or you program a nice registration system, or you just use a form. Do a registration process to get all the information from your students. And to also, this registration can help you if you're inviting a lot of students or people. This registration can help you to select them. What we did is that we had an open call to all the public, a lot of all worldwide. So we have to select a certain number of people for the debate tables. And what we do to select them was to add in the registration system key questions to identify their knowledge on the topic, and most of that, their compromise and interest to the topic. So that's how you select these participants. And well, these what helps you is that interested participants make a very nice and important debate. So we go for selection. If you are going to stream live, or show participant faces in public, please consider your data protection policies from your countries. If you're going international, you need to go deeper on data protection policies, and be sure that your participants agree to appear in public. And of course, if you have underage students, you need to have, it's a must to have a parental consent signed, mainly if you're going international, because if you're working or you're going to accept European students, you need to be aligned to the GDPR law, and you need to protect data, even if you are not allowing European students. But we need to have this culture to protect students' information and our own information. So then, well, if you're thinking about going international and you decide to set English, for example, as your main language to communicate, be sure that the students know and understand that they need to have a certain level of English to go through discussion. Because if you don't, you may have some students that feel uncomfortable or nervous, and sometimes you can have breakdowns on live streaming. So try to consider these while inviting your students. And well, once you start selecting, also try to keep groups of students according to their ages. If you're going to accept early teenagers, late teenagers, or maybe the adults, try to make them set in groups with similar ages, because they feel more comfortable and they feel that they would participate. In other case, they may be shy and don't answer your questions or enter into the debate. And well, organize the round tables according to the subtopics. You can add into your registration system which subtopics do they want to talk about, so they can feel more comfortable, or maybe they like certain subtopic and they have a lot of information, they will go into a better discussion with their peers. Next, please. 6, very important one now that we are going virtual. It's find the most suitable technology. Nowadays, we have many easy to manage platforms to meet and stream. But if you really want to make it look professional, you need an IT expert, information and technology expert, and a graphic designer. Fortunately, in MILSET, we have 1 in 2, the 2-in-1, sorry, because Jose Alberto, who is managing this streaming, does all these technical adjustments to have a very professional streaming. And well, some of his recommendations, the IT department recommendations, are try to choose the most suitable platform, check if the computer resources you will use to stream fit the platform's requirement for you will rent. Check your internet connection. If it's you need to have a very fast and stable internet connection to avoid lost signal or a bad quality streaming. And to stream, also don't forget that you need a Facebook account and a YouTube account, or both, a Facebook or YouTube or both. Normally, well, these recommendations, if you want to go deeper and make it professional, you need to find the advice of an IT expert. Next, please. Regarding promotion and communication, well, to have a successful event, you need to promote as soon as possible. Use any means you have, social media, emailing, any minutes it's required to impact the number of people you want to get in your event. Once you get your participants registered and you select them, the communication with participants is crucial to establish a friendly atmosphere during the debate and to avoid time loss. This is super important. Remember, in virtual mode, we don't have time. Everything needs to go very fast, and you need to be engaging. So you need to avoid time loss as much as you can. So it means you have to plan perfectly everything every time, so people can know what to do, and you can have a very successful event. Meet your participants before you start the debate. Don't let at the last time this meeting, because they need to feel part of a team. That's the idea. So what we did was to create WhatsApp groups for each roundtable we organized. And first we presented the team, the people who were going to be with them, and the streaming, the moderator, the IT coordinator, the presenter. So they knew they were going to talk. And all the time you need to guide them. You need to be communicated with them, send them information about the band, the program, very specific timetables. If you are going international through these debate tables, try to explain them exactly what time they need to be in the different activities, but you need to explain them into their time zones. This is very important. Make a table with the specific time zones of all the participants. So you avoid that they don't connect or they don't know when to do so. Sometimes we go with the GMT and all these standard time zones, but young people don't, they go practical. They go like, I need to be at that time, in this day, this time, so they do that. This is a recommendation that we can give. And well, try to give as much information as you can about the topic you're going to discuss. If it's possible, send them the questions, the general questions you are going to ask them. We know that during debate, questions can change according to the flow of the debate, but we have general questions for the team. So if you send them this in advance, they will research, they will be feel more comfortable while getting into the debate and participating. Next, please. Well, finally, get ready for the debate. The moderator is key to guide participants through discussion. It's a very big work and task for the moderator, but virtually the moderator needs to control every moment and every single second, and to make them feel engaged. Next one, please. Okay, and finally, well, the results of all these step-by-step that we plan, for sure worth the effort. We have great results, but the biggest achievement we have is that students through the WhatsApp groups and the chats were really engaged, and they started to socialize. They found a way to make friends, to share information from each other, and some of the comments that we have in the chat is that they were very happy to be part of the team. And well, this is the best for us, because this is what we want in MILSET events, to get young people engaged and feel part of something. And well, we did it. Next, please. These are just some comments. I'm going fast because I'm running out of time, sorry. Next, please. Slide 14, please. Okay, and these these are the results in numbers, very fast. We have 108 submissions in the registration from 28 countries. We selected 40 participants for 20 countries. And to get these numbers, we promote 18 posts through social media, 28,000 emails in less than 2 months. From these emails, we only 18,000 were opened, which is a big number. And well, finally, the result was a program of 4 keynote speeches and 6 round table. Next one, please. Well, last but not least, a lot of us are thinking about our viewers now in social media, and this kind of events is a great opportunity to increase your social media viewers. If you can see, we have we generally work with an organic reach. We don't pay any campaign. So we had 50,744 viewers during this event. MILSET Facebook reproductions of the videos were 3,864. And for YouTube channel, which is a big number, it's 1,129 reproductions for the video. So we totally recommend to organize this kind of event. It will benefit your organization. Next, please. Well, thank you very much for listening. And if you have any question, if you're a MILSET member, if you have any question, please contact us. We have more material to give. We can share this information with you. If you are not, well, we will consider to be part of this. Please send a message to our managing director if you want to be a MILSET member, so she can tell you if you apply for it. And if you're not a MILSET member and you want to organize YCC, just go to yccmilset.milset.org to learn more about how to organize one. You have all the materials there and it's available for everybody. Next one, please. Thank you very much to everybody.
Thank you very much, Liz. Thank you for sharing with us the MILSET office experience of organizing the World Virtual Discussion of Youth in this time of big changes. So it is really very impressionable and professional work. Thank you. And my question is, from your personal point of view, what are the main differences between the discussion that takes place offline and the discussion that goes online in chat room, in Zoom, or in Skype?
Yes, well, first of all, I think everybody will agree that socialization is not the same. They found, people find a way to socialize, and we can see with the results of the students, but it will never be the same. For example, YCC on site, they managed to make teams to go to a specific result. They gather together and speak, and the moderator is only like in this part of the discussion is watching what are they doing and answering questions. So they managed to do all this job. The young people managed to do all this job. And online, you need to be the moderator is the key, because he has a big job on leading the group, make them be engaged, going through specific questions. It's different. The socialization is different, but well, at the end, we find the ways to do things different and with the same results.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. So we don't have a lot of time, but we'll try to organize this discussion part in the end of the round table. So as I said, I will have 3 questions for you, and I will ask you to answer them, to provide your personal vision basing on your experience. So my first question is, which components of the STEAM events and programs that you organize offline before you have successfully transferred to the online format and they even benefited from it? So, Monica, please, could you answer?
Yes, thank you. For the Asia Pacific Conference of Young Scientists, we can, I think we have successfully bring the poster session and what you call it, the competition in pre-recording format. And then also the cultural event, we can still do it in online format. And the last one is the teacher sharing session. So it's still going very well in online format. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Maria Angelica, what will you say? What parts of your program benefited from transferring to online?
Okay. In the case of Chilean Esposayan 2020, information was continued by email, a conference, project presentation, interview with a scientific committee, a reviewer, and in online format. A conference participant can ask questions for the chat. Some of the observed benefits: responsibility for the connection, great communication by question, greater interaction with participants before, during, and after the event, increase coverage and promotion and participation.
Thank you very much, Maria Angelica. That's true. In online format, we used to have more participants, more participating countries. So, Kenzo and Umit, what will you say? What components of your programs benefited from transferring to online?
Thank you so much for your question. As we explained in the presentation, we were able to successfully transfer the opening and closing ceremonies, jury evaluations, and workshops in our organization to online format efficiently. And all activities were conducted on Zoom platform, and ceremonies and workshops were live on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And at the same time, all certificates were sent to the participants as online certificates. So we can transfer all activities to online format. And after the questionnaire results, we can see that the successful online organization of Buca IMSE for this year.
Oh, thank you. So you are satisfied in general with this online format? Okay, Mr. Mashan, what will you say? What did you successfully transfer it to online?
We can say maybe around 90%. All of the events are successful, like the training, workshop, lecturers. A lot of events are we can do it online. Maybe 2 or 3 events we cannot do it online. So
okay.
This is our events. We can do it online. As I told you, training, workshop, and as you see it, we are briefly before training, lecturers, workshop, components, a lot of events.
Okay. So thank you. So my second question to you is, what did you have to change or to in your events and program in order to adapt them to the online format? What parts, what components of your program and events required changes? Monica, please.
Yeah, thank you. Well, of course, the sport session, it will be very difficult to do it in online format. So we must change it. Maybe change to something like quiz or a science game or fun game, something like that. Thank you.
Thank you. Maria Angelica, what will you say?
It is necessary to learn how to use different online platforms. Skype and live streaming conference on Facebook and YouTube. The presentation of project and cultural activity and video format. Interview with a scientific review committee by Meet and Zoom. Museum visit with a virtual tour.
Thank you, Maria Angelica. Umit and Kenzo, what did you change in your events in order to adapt them?
Yes. Yeah, within the scope of our organization, we have shown the cultural night, which is the most important inclusion event that we enjoy every year, into the broadcast format for the promotional videos we receive from the 24 participated countries and showed it in our closing ceremony. Thus, we enabled the participants to get to know different countries and the cultures. And also, we've made a brief video of all online events held within the scope of Buca MILSET 2020. Yes.
Thank you, Kenzo.
Thank you.
Mr. Mashan, would you share with us what did you change in your programs in order to adapt them?
Yeah, we find problem with the exhibitions exactly, and because our students, they have to do projects, work as team together, then they are review the projects to give him the marks, who is the winner. Now they cannot work as team, you know, it's a virtual team, like separated each one in his own. And they have to, also they need to pre-recordings, the invitations. So this is the main problem with our events. So inshallah we hope inshallah next time we will solve this this problem inshallah. Thank you.
So my last question is, what completely disappeared from your STEAM events and program when they transferred to the online format? Monica, could you start?
Yes, my first experience in online format, the face-to-face presentation, Q&A was disappearing. But I believe that in the future time, we can make it better. But it's really sad about that. And another one is the sports session. Also, it's we could not do that. Disappear. Thank you.
Thank you, Monica. And Maria Angelica, please, could you share with us what you could not organize, what disappeared from your events because of transferring to online?
For Expo Science Chile, the science workshop, they were held by level to student and teacher disappear. Lunch and dinner. The gala dinner. Accommodation. Internal transfer. The participant kit. And mainly the physical contact between the participant, evaluator, visitor, and organizer of the event. Face to face. Thank you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We all miss this physical communication. Okay, Kenzo Numit, please answer us. What do we miss now? What disappeared from your activities because of transferring to online?
Yeah, unfortunately, we could not meet our participants face-to-face in online format, and we could not host them in our country. And also, it was not possible for our local people to visit the project exhibition hall. Poster presentation and project exhibition were not possible within the scope of scientific evaluation in the online format. And also ice-breaking events could not be transferred to online format, but we tried to make the cultural trips we normally organize within the organization through the promotional videos and presentations for the participants. Yes.
Thank you, Kenzo. And Mr. Mashan, could you answer what disappeared from your programs with the online format?
Yeah, at the beginning we are missed to see students. You know, if you see the students, we are feeling very happy when you are there, see him working, do any projects, any things. Also, we are missing the science campus. We are do like monthly or there's some campus, science campus, scientific visits. Also, we are missing now. A lot of things, but this is the basic things we are missing in this COVID-19. And thank you.
Thank you to all speakers for your answers and for your contribution. And now I'm really happy to share with you a message from Jean-Claude Girardon, from MILSET Honorary President. He sent us his greeting and he says that it is a good start of virtual activity, and congratulations to all. Jean-Claude. I also would like to say that new countries joined our streaming, from people from Netherlands, Morocco, Latvia, Italy, Belarus, and Kuwait are watching us, and in general people from more than 30 countries today join our streaming. So congratulations to all of you. And now it is the time to finalize our discussion. These 2 days we all witnessed the most impressive, practical and creative practices to promote and organize STEAM activities on a virtual mode. These practices were presented by speakers from different parts of the world, and in fact we can see that the way to communicate STEAM was changed, but we have adapted to it. We successfully adapted to the new format. And even if it has not been easy, we are convinced that youth requires and deserves a better world. And with more opportunities, of course, and we believe that our STEAM activities can support them to achieve this goal. Thanks to all of you who watched us and who's watching us now, and please follow our MILSET media platforms to keep updated about the next activities that are coming. Thank you very much. Let's say goodbye.
Thank you, my dear friends. I want to say a few farewell words. Thank you very much for your participation, and I think it is very interesting format for communicate, and I believe that another regional MILSET organization will support this initiative and present their new, understandable, maybe interesting initiative and programs, and invite us to take part in it. And also I want to collect the brief annotations of your presentations, of your report, to place it in Journal of Science Engagement. So thank you very much for your participation, and MILSET Vostok every time with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Alexander. Goodbye.